This video is dedicated directly to FishTrapDougie. But before I get into you, I'm going to answer a question that I've been getting and address another elephant in the room on this video. LX Dark Sniper, why do you never post your losses? Well, let me answer that question for you. It's because I don't lose. Or at least I haven't lost in a very, very long time. Now, have I lost in this game? Of course. Everybody loses. That's a part of life. And you don't learn unless you take a loss. But when it comes to what I've been doing right now, I've just been on one of the greatest winning streaks in the history of the internet. Okay? That's something that you haters are just going to have to accept. The only losses that I take these days is if I get disconnected from the game. And that's something that's out of my control. There's nothing I can do about that. And the funniest thing that always cracks me up is when you haters come in my comment section and be like, LX Dark Sniper gets his ass whooped all the time. He only posts his wins and never posts his losses. Now I want you to think about that tomfoolery for a second. Because I know how you imbeciles on the internet out there operate. If I really was getting my ass beat like that, there will be videos and memes of me all over the internet. Dedicated channels of me all over the internet of me getting my ass whooped. And the reason why I know that is because I seen what you guys did to another man that's just out there trying to give you guys free entertainment. And that's how y'all treat him. Even going as far as sending pizzas to his delivery door. What the fuck? And now I realize that I have the same type of enemies coming at me. But I'm going to tell you something. I operate differently. And that's no shade at that man, because I respect what he does. Without him, he wouldn't have given you guys the blueprint on how to make it out here. You people always want to focus on the losses, and not focus on the fact that dude got on cable television. And what the fuck are you doing? That dude got paid to be on TBS. Same place where Ron Simmons, a black man, won his first title, became the first black champion. And you guys are sitting there pale-faced, neck-bearded, spaghetti-armed. Your semen, your balls, just completely empty from all the gallons of nut that you've been getting off on your free porn on your screen instead of bettering yourselves. You guys always want to focus on the failures but never the accomplishments. And speaking of accomplishments, let's talk about me for a second. In less than a half a year, I've become the most popular fight night YouTuber of all time. Now I want you to marinate on that for a second. Because I know a lot of you haters, the people that just can't stand my very existence on this earth. Y'all don't like to hear this, but I've become the greatest fight night YouTuber in an era where this game should have been dead in the water. Ever since this game came back on the Xbox One, I've been doing nothing but bringing you guys the most legendary content that you've ever seen. I want you to name another YouTuber out there that's done what I've done. And these guys were there at the beginning. And that's no disrespect. They did what they had to do and I ain't got nothing against them. But the numbers don't lie. In 2019, I became the greatest fight night YouTuber of all time. The reason why I know this is because the only other YouTubers you can compare me to is people that are in a whole nother fucking sport, in a whole nother fucking game. But when it comes to this boxing shit, I run this. Now back to you, FishTrapDougie. Now, to give you guys the backstory, me and him ran into each other in a ranked match back in October of 2017, almost 2 years ago. And we got into a very, very close fight that he was able to beat me in. He got the win. And unfortunately, I do not have the footage. That was before I started streaming. So unfortunately, there's no recording of the fight, but he did beat me, and I give him credit for that. But every time we matched up again, he would run for the hills. He would never, ever, ever fight me, and he's been ducking me for months, actually years. And one time we matched up. After he backed out, he sends me this message: "Can you take your bum ass to another weight class? I'm trying to find good fights to which you are not." Now, if that's the case, then you would have taken that match, that rematch, and beaten me easily, right? Wrong. Because you know in your heart of hearts, if you got into the ring with me again, you know what would happen. And what happens is what you're about to see in this video. Because at the time when you matched up, you didn't know that you were in there with the sniper. Not knowing that you were about to get sniped. And the moral of this story and the moral of this video is that anybody who's wronged me or gotten me in the past, I will have my revenge. And I'm coming to get all of you. Okay? And FishTrapDougie, you'll never get your rematch. Ever in life. You will die knowing that LX Dark Sniper gave you your comeuppance. You will die knowing that I am the superior man and the superior human being, the superior black man, because I'm complete. I'm a complete black man. And I dare you try to tell me that I talk white. You know, it's people like you are the reason why the black race won't evolve. Because you're still stuck in your backwards and destructive way of thinking. Because you're the type of man who would knock another black man for going to school. You're the type of dude that would knock another black man for speaking correct English, which is needed to navigate through this world today. How do you expect to conduct business talking the way that you talk, doing the things that you do, destroying your life, destroying your body every day? And that's why I had to destroy you and destroy you for good, FishTrapDougie. So you will live with this L for eternity. And everybody else that's listening, just know that I will always get my revenge.
Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to London, England. We're at the Royal London Theatre for tonight's main event. 10 rounds in the middleweight division. Boy, and we expect this to be a big night of action. We spoke with both fighters yesterday. Fireworks anticipated here tonight. Let's see. First round underway in this scheduled 10-rounder. Teddy, what do you think we're going to see out of Jones?
I think you're going to see what you always see. You know, you're going to see a guy that breaks the rule book as far as the way you're supposed to go about technically approaching pugilism. But I think you're going to see speed, you're going to see power, great reflexes, great sense of anticipation, and you're going to see a little cockiness.
Accurate shot. Straight right hand comes in. Jones's edge is speed. He can get in and out. He can get you offensively. He can get away from you defensively.
Yeah, he has radial tires, and you got to take some air out of those tires. No better place or way to do that than go downstairs.
A well-placed left hand up top. His opponent got away from that uppercut. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot, and then comes back with an uppercut.
You got this one.
And you see he turned defense into offense, comes back with the counterpunch.
And that's exactly what he brings to the game. He makes you miss, he makes you pay, and he makes you think twice about throwing a punch later on.
Blocks the headshot. Last 10 seconds of this first round. Here we go. Round 2 is underway. Bernard Hopkins going old school there. B-hop with your basic 1-2. Able to bring the hook down low. There's a straight right hand.
Come on, kid.
Good work with the combinations there. Bernard Hopkins is now really on target. Pulls the trigger fast. Very accurate to the body with that left hook. Then he brings the right hand. Turns over that hook and he does damage upstairs. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Listen, everybody likes to see a great knockout shot to the chin. But truth be told, at this stage of a fight, the foundation for winning comes by going downstairs.
It's just like the old timers would say, Joe, you kill the body, the head will follow.
Solid uppercut.
Keep working the body.
Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand.
Nice.
Looking good. Jones is showing you a little defensive skill there. Able to move away from that punch. There's another right hand. Just 10 seconds to go here in the second round.
Come on, kid. Focus.
Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Hopkins' ability to get to his opponent. And round number 3 is underway. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Comes right back with some offense of his own. Right hand downstairs. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Roy Jones Jr. with a big uppercut. Hopkins is able to land a nice, clean left hand. Good return fire that time.
Do that again!
And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. Hopkins' right hand did a nice job that time. That worked well for him. Jones is not just loading up. He's landing combination punches like he did right there. punch intended for the head. Good work with the uppercuts. Nice job there. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Couldn't hit the elusive target with that straight right. And that does it for this round. Our first chance to take a look at Teddy's scorecard here as round number 4 is underway. Bernard Hopkins is in control so far, 2 rounds to 1. Still anybody's fight. I think he's been the busier guy, though.
Yeah, he has been the busier guy. And also, he's been a better real estate agent. You know, location, location, location. He's been in the right position for his style. He's been in tight.
And a right hand lands flush. Hopkins is throwing punches out there that may cost him dearly because these are perfect and primed to be countered with.
Yeah, they are. They're a little too fat. And when they're a little bit too fat, guess what? The butcher's going to come over and he's going to cut that fat off. Oh.
Could this be the start of a big comeback? He went from owning this fight to now nearly down and out.
You know, that's what makes boxing so great. Yeah, you can come back just like that. One punch at the right time. That was at the right time.
His opponent is probably wondering, what more do I have to do? Bernard Hopkins survives that. Bernard Hopkins is fine right now. Don't go thinking that what happened just moments ago is affecting him. Good combination. Hook into the body with the left, and then going up top with the right. Fourth round now with its last 10 seconds. I don't know, Teddy. It just feels like one of the start of a new round. Hopkins is making it look like the start of a fresh fighter. Remember, he was stunned in that last round, but Teddy, he looks fully recovered now.
Well, it tells me 2 things. One, he has good genetics. He recovers fast, you know, physically. But it also tells me he had a good camp. He came here in great shape, and he's getting the benefit of that right now.
Good shot to the head with that right hand.
Side to side.
He's showing what a skilled fighter he is with the counter punches.
Well, the old timers used to say, when you're calm in there, when you're in control in there, you can make him do what you want. He made him tie his shoelaces right there.
Lands flush with the 2-punch combo by Roy Jones. Well, I don't know if he's hip to the idea of becoming a counter puncher, but I get the sense you'd agree with it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's got the perfect platform, the perfect form for it. The guy's walking in right now, not moving his head much. He can time him, he can counter him.
Blocks a shot and then lands an uppercut of his own. And just grabbing onto his opponent. Bernard Hopkins is at his best when the combinations are landing. He scored well there with that combo. Good body shot. The right hand came home. Final 10 seconds. Jones is trailing in this fight. The start of the 6th round. Hopkins has got to be thrilled with what he was able to accomplish in the first half of this fight. And as we start this round, clearly he wants to keep things in the same order.
Well, part of the testing of anybody being successful in anything, in boxing and anything, is how do you handle prosperity? We're going to find that out right now. I know that sounds like a good problem to have, but does he get carried away with himself? You know, does he get a little cocky? We're going to see.
Trying to go downstairs, but off target. Hopkins is whipping there. A big, wide, sweeping shot. I mean, perfect to counter against.
Yes, it is, and you know it's only a matter of time. You know, that goes into the old computer, the old brain, where the guy remembers that, and the next time he's going to capitalize on it.
He takes a shot and then commits to giving one right back.
Just like that, just like that.
Targeting that midsection now with the combo. He brings it right back. Big shot upstairs.
Keep pushing. Hook.
Working our way towards the bell. Last 10 seconds of the sixth. And round 6 comes to an end. Good action throughout. We'll see if it keeps up in this round of what has been a very even fight. Hopkins is way off the mark. That punch didn't have a chance. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand.
Hey, let's go.
Oh, he just misses with that headshot. Roy Jones Jr.'s out there just waiting on a counterpunch, isn't he?
Yeah, well, first of all, why is he? Because he knows if he walks in, he's going to get caught. So what he wants to do is, he knows there's basically a guard at that door. He's trying to get that guard to get out of there so he could go through that door.
Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. He is not in good shape. Oh, that's gotta hurt. As elusive and difficult as Hopkins is to face, his opponent is making it look easy right there. The power shot scores the knockdown. Bernard Hopkins likes to control things. Right now, this fight may be out of his control as he rises up to beat the count. Hopkins has got something to think about now. He just threw a punch and had one coming right back at him. His opponent scored well with the counter. Good job on the two-punch combo by Roy Jones. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Roy Jones Jr. is almost looking foolish that time he missed so badly.
You're not winning. You're not losing, kid. But you're not.
Round number 8, we look at Teddy's scorecard. He is up on your scorecard, Teddy. He's been working more. Is it as simple as just keeping that pace up, or does he need to do something more than that?
No, I think that so far it's about that. But yeah, it's the right question. But he doesn't need to do anything different.
Why?
Because his opponent is cooperating. His opponent has to do something different. He needs to start chucking back. If that happens, then he's got to be a little smarter with his punches.
Comes right back at him with a left hand. Return to sender. He gives him back one of his own. Hopkins is out to show everybody that he's fine. But we saw what happened in the last round. He was knocked down in that last round. Does he have to prove something to himself as well as proving something to everybody in this arena?
Well, that's the right question, Joe. He's got to revisit his memory banks a little bit and know that he's already proven it to himself. He's been in this position before, so he has to regain that confidence and understand that he can deal with this. He's done it before.
Bernard Hopkins is going to think about the next time he throws a punch because he just got hit by a good solid counter.
Off the ropes.
Hopkins is left now getting into the mix. Didn't get it done going to the body there. Fires off the hook. Look at that. Last 10 seconds of the 8th round. Not able to land the uppercut. Roy Jones Jr.'s combination punching is just... Back to live action now in what has been a closely contested fight. One of those fights that somebody is still waiting to break through and be a difference maker in.
Left and right, left and right.
Nice block. As basic as can be, but it works. A jab followed by the straight.
Keep moving, keep moving. Work the body, kid. Body shots.
Roy Jones Jr. is doing well here with that two-punch combination. Good exchange. He fires back. Good step back counter punch there. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. 90 seconds to go here in this round.
Block.
Up
Hey,
top with the right
coming.
hand.
Now let's go.
Jones is putting forth a great combination there.
You're not focusing. Keep working side.
There's the combo to the body.
Side to side. Move your head.
He got hit. Oh, now the uppercut. How about that? Counter shot to the head. Bernard Hopkins is doing a brilliant job with his head movement. He's employing top-notch defense right here. And it's front. Round number 10, scheduled for 10. Hopkins is the kind of boxer that wants to do just that. Find the target, get the combination working, land both punches. And a smart counterpunch by Roy Jones.
Come on, kid. Focus. More punches.
Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Accurate uppercut after taking a shot of his own. Halfway through this 10th and final round.
Relax, relax.
See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. And he just holds on there. He digs in, trying to bank away body shots with the combo. Good looking right hand after he got hit. Boy, that worked out well with the uppercut. A very crisp combination by Roy Jones.
Yeah, and you better not ever throw another fucking punch for the rest of this round. Just accept the fact that you just got the shit kicked out of you. Been trying to duck me for years. And you see what happens when you finally get in the face against God. Punk ass bitch. And you'll never get a fucking rematch against me again because you don't deserve it. Because you're not on my level. Stay the fuck out of my matchup screen. Fish Trap Dougie. This is it. You gonna hold this L to the day you die. I'm a motherfucking thug.
Hopkins is
It was easy, and he saw it all along. That's the thing. He saw the punches coming all night long.